Thank you all so much for your patience. I know it's kind of a long check-in process, but we really appreciate your patience as we get everybody checked in. My name is Shara LeClaire, and I'm the Naturalization Deputy for the District of Vermont. It's my pleasure and joy to be here. It's my favorite part of my job, getting to do this. It's an honor, and we're very excited to be here. I believe this is our first time at the Vermont Police Academy, and we're very thankful for their offer to host this event. They've been amazing to coordinate with, and thank you so much for that. We're also excited today. We have Grace Church Sanctuary Choir with us today to provide music. I think some of you have already heard them warming up. They're amazing. So thank you so much for being here to provide music for our ceremony. So Court is in the Vermont Police Academy today. We are bringing Court here today, and don't be intimidated by that. It's a celebration. You're welcome to clap and cheer. And take pictures and videos. The only thing that we do ask is that you turn off your cell phone ringers, notification sounds, so that we can all enjoy the ceremony and the music and the remarks. Don't feel rushed during the ceremony to take photos. There's plenty of time after the ceremony to take more photos, and I'm happy to help take photos as well. The League of Women Voters is also here today, so you're welcome to register to vote or get information from them. They'll be out next to the passport agency, who's also here. And with that, we'll get started. Oh, actually, one more item of business. Is Suman Rai here? Okay, now we'll get started. All rise. Hear ye, the United States District Court for and within the District of Vermont is now open and ready for the transaction of business. The Honorable Mary Kay Lanthier presiding. Please remain standing as the colors are brought forward and for the national anthem performed by Grace Church Sanctuary Choir.
Prepare to post. Post. In salute. 2.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. We're here today, gathered together for a naturalization ceremony, honoring and welcoming 26 candidates from 18 countries who have completed their naturalization journey. Today is a very important and special day for each of our newest citizens and their families and friends. It's also a special day for those lucky enough to be here. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to introduce our special guests who are here with us today. First, John Hall, who is the acting United States Marshal. Clayton Rockwell, Steve Kipp, and Suzanne Williams are the Honor Guard from American Legion Post 31. Donna Brown, Catherine Kulig, Catherine LaJoyce, and Deborah Tomowitz. Am I close? Sorry. They are from the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 31. Christopher Brickell is the Executive Director of the Vermont Criminal Justice Training Council, and with him Lisa Ryan, who is the Community Inclusion Director from the Vermont Criminal Justice Council. Brian Mills, Chief of Staff. Sean Sheehan, Elections Director from the Office of the Vermont Secretary of State. Ethan Avendano Lawrence is the Outreach Representative. Andrea Heller is the Constituent Advocate. And Margot Corrites is a casework intern from the Office of United States Senator Bernie Sanders. Amy Lee is the Office Manager for the Office of U.S. Senator Peter Welch. Jessica Nordhaus is the Director of Community Outreach. Gus Blocksberg is the Constituent Services Representative. And May Elander is an intern, all from the Office of United States Congresswoman Becca Ballant. Sonia DeWolf is the Supervisor Immigration Services Officer, and Tatum Kane is the Immigration Services Officer. Both of them are with the United States Custom and Immigration Services. James Frisk, Lori Garso, Sophia Gamond, and Annetta from the Vermont Passport Agency, thank you. Bill Wood from the Vermont League of Women Voters. Laverne Lesnick and Barbara Giffen from the Ann Story chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. And members of the Grace Church Sanctuary Choir led by Dr. Alastair Stout.
This time I'd like to take a moment to recognize Macy Wood. Macy was one of our League of Women Voters members and volunteers who came to countless naturalization ceremonies over the years, and she passed away this year. And so we would like to formally dedicate this ceremony to her and remember her and her service and all of the times she volunteered. I personally really miss her sense of humor and her bubbly smile that she always brought with her as she volunteered. And I want to thank her husband, Bill Wood, who is here today to help people register to vote. And I'd like to present Bill with a card and flowers in memory of Macy. Sorry, I didn't have my program with me. So next we have some welcome remarks from Christopher Brickell from the Vermont Police Academy.
Good morning and welcome everybody. On behalf of the Vermont Police Academy, it's my great honor to welcome you as the newest citizens of the United States. And I extend my sincere thanks to the court, Judge Lanthier, the court staff, Lisa Ryan, our Community Inclusion Director, our staff, and invited guests for giving us the privilege of hosting this meaningful and joyful celebration. As a former law enforcement officer, I've had the opportunity to attend previous naturalization ceremonies, and each time I've been profoundly moved by the joy, the hope, and the pride that fill the room. Watching the individuals take the oath of citizenship is a powerful reminder of the strength found in our diversity and the shared values that unite us as Americans. Those experiences inspired me to bring this ceremony to the Vermont Police Academy. This is where Vermont's future law enforcement officers begin their career. They come here to learn what it truly means to serve a community with fairness, respect, and with a deep understanding of the Constitution of both the United States and Vermont. And just like you, they are taking their first steps on a journey rooted in responsibility, service, and shared values. Today, we celebrate your commitment to freedom, equality, and justice. Your presence enriches our communities, and your contributions will help shape a brighter future for our state and our nation. We are honored to share in this milestone and welcome you with pride to the American family. I'm truly honored to be a part of your story today. Congratulations on becoming citizens of the United States. May this day mark the beginning of a bright, hopeful, and fulfilling future. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. It is my privilege to present to the court 25 applicants for naturalization from 18 countries. Each applicant has been examined by an officer of the USCIS, and each applicant has been found to be eligible for naturalization. USCIS now comes before the court to move that all candidates be naturalized. Your Honor, there are also 18 applicants that have requested that a change of name be granted by the court. The service interposes no objections to these requests. Thank you, Your Honor.
The motion is granted, and upon administration of the oath, all requests for change of name will be granted. My name is Mary Kay Lanthier. I'm a United States District Court Judge for the District of Vermont. It is truly an honor and a privilege to welcome all of you as you complete the process of becoming United States citizens. When I was in elementary school, I can't remember the exact grade that I was in, but we were young, and I had two close friends whose mothers were being naturalized. One had been a citizen of Japan, and the other was from the Netherlands. I didn't quite understand at that age what it meant, but I remembered that it was a significant event for both of them. It was over 40 years ago, and even I can remember the special feeling that existed. I didn't understand what it was about. I knew my friends got to take some time off from school. But to me, these two women were simply my friends' moms. They went on school trips with us. They fed us when we were at their house. They participated in school fundraisers. They worked in the community. I asked my friends about their recollections of their mother's naturalizations and their impressions of it. As I said, we're now over 40 years away, and both of them said it was a momentous occasion for not only their mothers, but for their entire families. When we asked one of the women what she remembered about it, she said that it was a grueling and difficult process. She remembered the study sessions with another young mother going through the process. She worked incredibly hard toward each step. She also remembered being incredibly nervous at the ceremony. Don't be nervous, this is the fun part. Looking back, I think what struck me most was that when I was a child, these two women were simply two members of my community. They, like you, had woven their lives into the fabric of the community, working and raising families. What I failed to recognize is the extraordinary amount of work they were doing, mostly out of sight of that community. I was too young to appreciate the path they were taking. While I and their daughters were lucky enough to have the easy path to citizenship, we were born here. They had to work hard to obtain it. I'm sure there are countless members of your community who appreciate all that you already do, but don't quite know the work that you are putting in behind the scenes. I want to stop here and acknowledge the tremendous amount of work and emotional energy that each of you has invested in order to be here today. Each of you are here at the end of a long and personal journey, none the same, each with its own challenges, each with its own accomplishments. You are from 18 countries across the globe: Australia, Bhutan, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Canada, China, Congo, Brazzaville, Congo, Kinshasa, Honduras, Ireland, Nepal, Norway, Senegal, Sudan, Taiwan, Turkey, Ukraine, the United Kingdom, and Vietnam. And despite your distinct journeys from 18 different countries, the 25 of you have ended up here in this room and on this date because of your common desire and commitment to become citizens of the United States, to be Americans. Your stories collectively are the American story. America exists because individuals and families come to this country in the hope of pursuing our ideas, that all individuals are created equal, that all individuals are equal under the law, and most importantly, that all have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is the story of our great country. It was the story at the start, and it has been the story throughout our history, and it remains our story today. As new American citizens, you now enjoy the rights that this country guarantees: freedom to speak, freedom to worship in the way you choose, freedom to travel, freedom to assemble, freedom to vote, to run for office. You enjoy the right to a free press, which means that the government cannot limit what is said or decide how the news will be covered. These are powerful rights that define America. With those rights also come responsibilities. Democracy is fragile. This experiment that is America requires constant vigilance to protect its ideals. Franklin Delano Roosevelt once said words to the effect of the real safeguard of democracy is education. I would encourage each of you to be an informed citizen, an educated citizen, a responsible citizen. Take an active role in your community, whether it's attending school board meetings or select board meetings, taking part in your community's rec center, taking an active role in your children's school. Vote in every election, run for office. Encourage others around you to do the same. Bring your life experiences and wisdom to this community. It is what makes America great. America has been described as a melting pot, which I believe, but it's also been described as a mosaic. President Jimmy Carter said, quote, we have become not a melting pot, but a beautiful mosaic. Different people, different beliefs, different yearnings, different hopes, different dreams, unquote. And to me, that's a beautiful image. Each of our differences, side by side. The beauty is enriched by the contrasts, the harmonies, each piece complementing each other, bringing out the best in each of us. At the same time, each of us is cemented to the mosaic's base, bound together by the core beliefs of America. We the people. Congratulations, you are now we the people. We are a more perfect union for you having joined it. Congratulations and welcome.
At this time, we're going to do the roll call for the oath. And, when your name is called, please stand and remain standing. And once the judge starts the oath, you can join along. It's on the front cover of your program. And apologies in advance for any poor pronunciation of your name. Suleiman Ramadan, Mamadou Lem Gaya, David Benjamin Fonsilbert, Bree Linda Jelena, Ethelvinda Nunez Arias, Noel Yicheng Sung, Raha Pudel, Arshi Sherpa, San Maya Tamang, Claude Ntumba, Ilun Lee, Ingrid Marguerite Ertzaz, Florent Luganya Akili, Sophia Jane Crawford, Linda Tran, Tony Lay, Refia Ezra Kusar, Sonia Bibias Masungu, Dio Kumari Mugar, Mohammed Jamal Elzine, Adiana Kralitsa Tabokovic, Miranda Deborah Driscoll, Bakhta Bahadur Sunuwar, Larissa Haas, Loan Lay. Please raise your right hand.
Please repeat after me. I hereby declare, on oath, that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations. there will now be a you may be seated, thank you. There will now be a musical selection performed by the Grace Church Sanctuary Choir.
Thank you so much. It's amazing. So at this point in the program, we're going to do our presentation of certificates. We're going to form a receiving line up in front of the podium, and we'll start with the Vermont Police Academy down at this end, and we'll ask Judge Lanthier, U.S. Marshal, the Secretary of State's office, the congressional delegation, the U.S. Marshal, and the Vermont League of Women Voters Auxiliary and the DAR to please form a line. And at this point in the program, this is when our new citizens receive their certificate of naturalization, their first document as a U.S. citizen. So it's a very important document. So everyone, please feel free to come forward and get into the receiving line. And this time, when your name is called, you'll actually come forward and you'll start down with the Vermont Police Academy and make your way down. You can come right in front of the podium too. Yep, go right ahead. Yeah. Keep going. No, you're good. There we go. This is a really big receiving line. So family, friends, and guests, please feel free to clap and cheer and take photos during this presentation. Just remember, at the end of the ceremony, we still have more time for photos, so no rush. Suleiman Ramadan, formerly of Congo, Brazzaville. Mamadou Lem Gaya, formerly of Senegal. David Benjamin Fonsilbert, formerly of Canada. Bree Linda Jelena, formerly of Australia, and it's her birthday. Ethelvinda Nunez Arias, formerly of Honduras. Noel Yicheng Sung, formerly of China. Raha Pudel, formerly of Nepal. Arshi Sherpa, formerly of Bhutan. San Maya Tamang, formerly of Bhutan. Claude Ntumba, formerly of Congo Kinshasa. Elun Lee, formerly of Taiwan. Ingrid Marguerite Ertsas, formerly of Norway. Florent Luganya Akili, formerly of Congo Kinshasa. Sophia Jane Crawford, formerly of the United Kingdom. Linda Tran, formerly of Vietnam. Tony Lay, formerly of Vietnam. Refia Ezra Kusar, formerly of Turkey. Sonia Bibias Masungu, formerly of Congo Kinshasa. Dio Kumari Mugar, formerly of Bhutan. Mohammed Jamal Elzine, formerly of Sudan. Adriana Kralica Tabakovic, formerly of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Miranda Deborah Driscoll, formerly of Ireland. Bhakta Bahadur Sunuwar, formerly of Bhutan. Larissa Haas, formerly of Ukraine. Loan Lay, formerly of Vietnam. Congratulations to our new citizens. Thank you to everyone who helped with our receiving line today. And at this time, you can take your seats again. And we will have another musical selection from Grace Church Sanctuary Choir, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Next, we will have remarks from the Secretary of State's office, the congressional delegation.
Hello, congratulations again on behalf of Secretary of State Sarah Copeland-Hansis. She's sorry she cannot be here today. I know this is one of her favorite activities and I guess honors with the role of being able to come and welcome new citizens to our country and to thank you for choosing the state of Vermont as your new home. Secretary Copeland-Hansis can't be here because she is over in Taiwan right now with a democracy delegation. And I saw we have a new citizen from Taiwan here as well. So, but that's where the Secretary is. From the Secretary of State's office, we have many responsibilities and roles, from registering businesses and regulating professionals to managing the records and archives of the democracy and the history of Vermont, as well as the elections division, which I oversee. And the role here, as Judge Lanthier spoke to, is really making sure that every one of you know that whether you've been a citizen of Vermont, a citizen of the United States living in Vermont for 100 years or 20 minutes, you have just as much of a right to vote as any other citizen state, and we hope you will. We reference the bill. Wood is here with Legal Women Voters to help people register. We also have on our website, you can register online, vote.vermont.gov. There's local elections, usually in March in every town in the state, and on every even-numbered year, there is state and federal elections as well. Next year, we'll be voting for our members of Congress, as well as all the statewide races. One of my favorite quotes from President Thomas Jefferson, who said, "He who knows best knows most how little he knows." I find that fitting here as we work in the communities, much as Judge Lanthier spoke about being involved, running for office, being involved in communities. Everyone you meet in your communities, from the youngest person to the oldest person, no matter what their role or class, anything else, is going to know something, going to have lived an experience that you don't know, that you can learn from them. Likewise, every one of you, from where you've lived, your experiences, what you know, what you've studied, are going to know and be able to share, and members of your community will be able to learn from you. Those cartoon books we handed out, Freedom and Unity, that's the state's motto. And we love that motto because it really speaks to those rights and freedoms that Judge Lanthier spoke about. And on the other side, certainly the responsibilities, but also the unity, that mosaic that we all can come together, we're stronger because of all the pieces we bring together. That shows up in our town meetings and the way we support each other in our communities and tackle challenges. So we appreciate your involvement. I myself was born in the United States, but none of my grandparents were. All four of my grandparents moved to this country. One, my maternal grandfather, went through the same path that all of you did. He did study and he became a United States citizen. It was one of the most proud things he had, and I know that he knew, probably the only person I know who could name every president in order, and knew so much about this country, having gone through the path that all of you have. And so I know, when I think that your grandchildren someday can be speaking of this moment that you had, I hope you have the same pride, and I hope you're involved and stay in Vermont and work with us to solve the state's challenges. Thank you for being here, and congratulations.
Hello, good morning, welcome and congratulations. Bienvenido y felicidades. My name is Ethan Avendano Lawrence. I am an outreach representative for Senator Bernie Sanders, and big congratulations on behalf of our congressional delegation, Senator Sanders, Senator Welch, and Congresswoman Becca Balint. The diversity of your voices is what shapes our state, community, and our nation, and we want to hear from you. In Senator Sanders' office, in all of our congressional offices, we are a resource for all Vermonters, not only to have their voices heard, but to also help with federal agencies, grants, and federal government at large. If you have questions about visas, if you have questions about Social Security, Medicare, whatever it may be, or you just don't know where to turn, please keep us in mind. Please call our offices. We're happy to show you to the right place and help however we can. Your choice to make your home here is a real gift to our community, and it also strengthens our community. Vermont is incredibly lucky to have you. Thank you for choosing our Green Mountain State. While there will be many opportunities and privileges available to you as new citizens, we do encourage you to stay active in your local community and to get involved in our democracy. This is your democracy as well, and we need you. Always know that you matter and you belong here in our state, and be in touch. Thank you and congratulations.
This is a relatively new part of the program, but we would like to give the opportunity for any of our new citizens to come up and say a few words. Sometimes folks come up, sometimes people don't, but it oftentimes is really meaningful to hear from you as you sit there. So if anyone would like to come up, please do so.
Thank you all so much for this beautiful welcome. I've been living in Vermont for only 5 years, but in America for 13. And just means a lot to hear so much about democracy, about a welcoming for all people and the wanting to come together of all people and all voices. And it feels really just a beautiful day to celebrate not only citizenship on this day for me, but also my birthday. So thank you so much. Yeah, and congratulations to everyone who's also become a citizen today.
Hi everyone. I can't really express how I'm feeling right now because for me, this might be just the second most important day of my life. And the first one is not my birth, of course, but I won't tell you what it is. But really just being here and having this opportunity to call this country a home is such a privilege. And at the most part, I feel I don't deserve, because really I've never had a home. I was born in a refugee camp somewhere in East Africa. I call myself from Congo, but I've never really seen the country, even been there. So the opportunity to be here, to be welcomed as one of the citizens of this country is such an incredible feeling that I cannot really begin to express. And for that, I thank you, everyone involved in this program, everyone involved in the process of making me a citizen of this country. Thank you so much.
I will now ask folks to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. It'll be led by the Acting United States Marshal, John Paul.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. First, a big thank you to the Vermont Police Academy for hosting and for providing refreshments for new citizens and guests. This has been the first time and it's really been well done, so thank you. A very special thanks to Christopher Burkell and Lisa Ryan for coordinating this event with the court. Representatives are present today from the Vermont League of Women Voters to assist our new citizens with the process of voter registration. Voting in Vermont brochures are available at their table in English, Nepali, Chinese, and Somali. Thank you to all of our guests for your contributions to the ceremony today. A special thank you to Grace Church Sanctuary Choir for generously providing such beautiful music for this ceremony. Thank you. New citizens and guests are welcome to stay after the ceremony to take photos. The deputy clerk is happy to help. We will all be happy to help take photos, so please feel free to do so. I will ask you to stand while the colors are retired.
Retrieve, prepare, retrieve colors, retrieve.
The ceremony has ended. Congratulations again. Please feel free to come forward for pictures.